it's a real deal. And the way you groove, oh, it's the way I feel, yeah. You're a wild thing and you're a natural star. Got me crazy about the way you walk. So I'm at you, baby, you're the real deal, yeah.
This is George Galloway, this is The Real Deal. I'm here till 7 o'clock. Between 5 and 7 every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. There's the speaker's corner number on the screen now. The text number is going across intermittently. Please let me have your point of view. Now, somebody asked us earlier were there going to be any parties to celebrate the way-going, finally, after the longest goodbye in history, of Tony Blair. Well, I've got a caller on the line who rejoices in the name Doghouse from a band called Sick Note. Let's hear what he has to say about it.
Hello, George.
Hi, how are you, Doghouse?
I'm very well, thank you.
I find it difficult to address someone as Doghouse, but that's what you insist on.
It is my name, yes.
Well, it's Tony Blair that should be in the Doghouse. Tell us about your band, first of all. Sick Note, it's a great name.
Thank you, thank you. Well,
what sort of music do you play?
It's always a difficult question, George. We get asked this a lot, and the closest we can get is we'd call it psychic, electro, breakbeat, soapbox, dance rant.
I'm not even going to begin to try and analyse that. Now tell us, you've got not so much a street party, but is it a river party?
It's a river party. We've got a boat, 200 people on a boat, setting sail from the Temple Pier at 6:30. And we're going to have a party.
Tell us where Temple Pier is.
I have got no idea, George.
It's on Wednesday, and it's just along from Parliament, I think.
Yeah.
It's just along the river from Parliament, yeah?
That's correct.
And it's on Wednesday at what time?
We board the boat at 6:30. We're going up and down the Thames. I think we come back at 11:30. And we're going to make a right old racket outside the Houses of Parliament.
And can viewers of The Real Deal get aboard, clamber aboard at this late hour?
They certainly can, George. There's only room for 200 people. I think there's 100 tickets left. If people go to www.sicknote.tv, they shall be able to buy tickets. You can get a free download of the Taxi for Mr. Blair tune. And there's also a limited edition of Taxi for Mr. Blair t-shirts.
So it's sicknote.tv.
That's the one.
And tell us about Taxi for Mr. Blair. Great title, I must say.
Well, it's a funny thing, George. The reason I call myself Doghouse is because lyrically, I can't really be responsible for the lyrics, you see. I'm a great believer that if you open your ears and you just tune yourself into the ether, that the words come to you. And
they certainly do with me, Doghouse.
I'm sure they do, I'm sure they do. But for me, this song just, it came through live on stage. The first time we ever premiered the song, it just came through. I was simply a mouthpiece for, I mean, Doghouse is actually a 1950s Mississippi Delta blues man who just uses me as a kind of mouthpiece. So it's through him that the message came.
Excellent. And they can download that from sicknote.tv too, yeah?
Yep, www.sicknote.tv.
Now, are they going to enjoy, let's use that word, your music? Is there going to be any other entertainment on board?
There's going to be plenty of entertainment, George. We've got the Reverend D. Wayne of Alabama 3 fame.
Yeah.
Indeed, the whole of the Alabama 3 are going to be there. Mr. C of the Shaman is coming back from Ibiza, especially to join the boat. We have the infamous Cosmo from Cardiff, who's kind of like, well, people call him Bob Dylan on acid. And we've also got Kilmer Boy, who are kind of a jiggity-riggedy, yeah.
Well, an old fogey like me would have to confess never to having heard of any of those, but I'm sure it means much to many of our younger viewers.
Well, George, I can promise a lot of fun is going to be had.
Now, can you promise that it's a seaworthy vessel and properly stewarded?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want to lose any of my viewers.
Oh, no, there'll be no men overboard on this vessel, thank you very much.
Okay, 6 o'clock on Wednesday at Temple Pier. What's the name of the boat?
I don't know at this present time.
Anyway, people...
I would invite people, even if you don't get a ticket, please come down to Temple Pier in the afternoon. There'll be enough of us there. We've got plenty of false noses and party accessories.
So there's no danger of clambering onto the wrong boat?
Oh, there'll be no danger of that, George.
Do you know of any other parties that are being thrown on Wednesday?
Not as such, no. I think, as far as I know, it's the only one that we've actually invited Tony. He's not replied yet, but, you know, if he's listening, please come, Tony. It is your last chance to prove you're really down with the people and rock and roll. And bring your guitar. Come and join us.
He can't play the guitar. It's air guitar he plays. It's an ugly rumour that he can play the guitar.
Well, that one always sounds better, George. I wouldn't want him to pick up a real one. Come on, let's face it.
I'll tell you what, Doghouse, you should send a taxi to Blair, to number 10.
We do intend to. We do intend to. We're going to try and get down there and invite him in person. Whether it's going to come off, I don't know. But I've got this kind of image in my head that I think would be very funny to see a band from Cardiff arrested trying to invite Tony to a party. I think
here's the first of your guests, Doghouse. Joy in London, wonderfully named, says Doghouse has the right plan. There you are. Put a ticket down for Joy. She'll bring joy to the assembled throng there, I'm sure.
Fantastic.
Doghouse of Sicknote, of Sicknote.tv, who's organising a farewell party for Tony Blair on board a ship leaving from Temple Pier at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. Thanks for that, Doghouse. Good luck. Hope you've got your sea legs. Don't load it above the Plimsoll line. This is George Galloway. This is The Real Deal.